So taking a moment to take a deep breath and a sense of landing on that out breath as we let the breath go with a little bit of a sigh and drop into the body. And beginning to fully inhabit the body as we bring our attention towards the feel of the body. Sitting here, supported by the air. And just checking in how we feel physically right now in this moment. What does the body feel like? How would we describe ourselves? If someone asked us, how do I feel physically today? And then opening our awareness a little more into our present moment experience of how we're feeling energetically. How would we describe that? What words would we use? How do I feel energetically right now? And expanding even further as we sense into our mood. What's our present moment experience of our mood? Feelings, emotions. What's our experience right now of being in this living, breathing, human body? And just spending the next few moments sensing into how it feels to be still with an awareness of how we feel. So my guess is, as you're here, that you're up for moving. And the invitation is to move into a space that is comfortable for you, where you've got room around you. But as we move from sitting to standing and move to this space, seeing if we can do it really slowly, mindfully, so we know how this body moves. The body just does it for us. We don't really pay it much attention. What does your body do to stand up and move to a space in your room? So while you're doing that very slowly, I'm going to do this. Okay, so I'm just checking in that you can see me and hear me okay. Somebody give me a thumbs up. Marvellous. Okay. So let's begin by really placing the feet on the ground. So maybe coming into the toes, as if we're just walking on the spot. Feeling that movement through the soles of the feet. Then we might want to just roll side to side. And then coming to a place of where we can feel the whole of the soles of the feet against the earth beneath us. And as if we're growing roots down. So we come to a body like a tree or body like a mountain. And then we lengthen, bringing a little length into the body, maybe rolling the shoulders all the way up and then allowing them to come down again. Just mute everyone. There we go. Rolling the shoulders with the breath and the other way. Might want to just shake, have a bit of a shake with the body. Begin the fingers as if we're just shaking out any tightness in the body. And then coming back to this hip width apart. Okay. So yesterday we imagined that we were breathing a bubble through the body as we move the chi through the spine. So we have this energetic body, this energy field, and we want to keep it bright and clear. So it runs through meridians, through the body. So if anyone's had Chinese medicine or acupuncture, you'll know that we have meridians running through the body. And when you have acupuncture, what the doctor is doing is trying to release any blockages so that whole meridian runs clear. Okay, so by moving, energy follows focus. So we imagine that we're moving energy through the spine, which is the central meridian. And the shoulders are nice and soft. We make the movements very gentle. So there's no forcing or straining. And it's as if the hands are leading. So there's 12 main meridians. Well, there's lots more than that, but there's 12 major ones. So some of you might have done this with me before. So what I'm going to do is a little Qigong sequence that helps move energy through these meridians, which are linked to our major organs. So this one's the spine. And then we come back to stillness. We might just want to get a sense of our energy this morning, just breathing in, allowing the hands to move apart. See if we've got a big balloon that's filling, expanding, moving our hands outwards, and we breathe out as if we're squashing the bubble without popping it. Breathing in, breathing out. And remembering to bring softness to the body. So whenever we notice the shoulders are being a bit naughty, getting a bit tight, just noticing that and softening. Any other areas of the body where you know you hold tightness can be a habit. So we bring awareness to the body through these movements. Okay, so coming to what we call a horse riding stance. So we just open the feet a little wider than the hips. The toes are pointed out very slightly and the knees are following the line of the toes. Okay, and we have softness in the knees. We're not right down here, but there's a soft little bounce in the knees. Okay, so we bring the hands out to the side, and if the shoulders are soft, you'll notice the difference between being up here and allowing the shoulders to come all the way down. Okay, so we sweep across, and it's like we're drawing back an imaginary string of a bow, and there's an L shape with the thumb and the index finger. And then we release as we breathe out and soften all the way to the other side, and then we do this again. Breathing in, pulling back, we're opening across the chest. So this is the lung meridian. So we breathe into it, and then we breathe out across. Breathing into it, and breathe out across. And the lung meridian runs from the thumb all the way to the chest. So we're moving energy along that meridian line. Nice breath in, and then we soften to the other side. And over. Let's do one more each side as we perhaps say hello to our lungs this morning. Send them some kindness. Okay, so now we clasp the fingers, but we extend the index fingers. We go over to one side and we lift, we turn through the body, and then we lower. We go around in these circles. So we breathe in, so we come up, and breathe out down. So taking care of your body, because only you know how it feels. So if there's anything that you feel you're doing that doesn't feel right, then please ease back. And all the time, we're really feeling that connection with the earth, staying grounded. Now, this is the large intestine. Breathing in and breathing out. Sending some gratitude to our organs this morning, because we don't normally realise we've got them until they're not happy or they stop working. Which was the philosophy in the East, that they really tuned in and took care of their bodies so it didn't go wrong, or that they could catch it if it felt like it was going wrong. But we've kind of lost that in the West. Okay, let's take these circles the other way. So we're moving through the body. So the arms are actually doing very little. They're just lifting and lowering. Body's actually doing the work. And this movement helps release all the fascia, the connective tissue in the torso that gets a bit stiff while we're asleep. So just gently allowing that to all loosen whilst bringing energy into the large intestine meridian. Okay, that's the last one. So now back to center, and we bring the palms of the hands together. We turn, so we're on the diagonal, or this way. Now, the next one's the stomach, and the stomach meridian runs down the front of the body in 2 channels. So we take a nice breath in, and then we're breathing out down the leg, which is where this meridian runs. And then we're breathing in and opening as if we're bringing that energy back through the other channels in the chest. Okay? So we're breathing out, down, breathing up for the stomach meridian, runs in 2 channels down the front of the body. Again, softness, directing the energy down, and then opening as we take a lovely breath in. And then down. Breathing in. And out, down. And all the meridians are symmetrical in the body. They always run in 2 channels. So after this one, we're going to shuffle over to the other side. So we bring the hands back together, do a little shuffle, take us to the other side, and repeat this as we say hello to our stomachs this morning. Sending energy, softness and kindness to the stomach. And making that the last one now. As we come back to the center. Opening the hands, and then we turn with soft shoulders as if we're holding a big bubble. We breathe in, and then we turn the palms. So we've got one down, one up. And it's as if we're pushing the bubble, making it bigger, and that we're inside it. Okay, and then we turn the bubble again as we breathe in, turn the palms, and we're pushing, making a bigger bubble. Breathing in, breathing out. If you sat watching Bubble Man with small children, you can imagine what he does with the bubble, because he does that. He makes this bubble really big, and then the children step inside it. Breathe in, breathing out. So this is for the spleen. So I doubt we often think about the spleen. I certainly don't even know where mine is. But we're bringing some energy, kindness, appreciation to the spleen, because it is there and it is working. Breathing in, turning the palms, expanding this bubble. And we bring the bubble back, breathe in, breathe out to expand with soft shoulders. Let's do 2 more. And the next meridian we say hello to is the heart. So we place a hand on the heart, and then we turn the palm of the hand so it's facing forward, and we're leading with the little finger as we make big circles. And again, we're turning through the body. It's like we're polishing a big window, and there's softness in the body, softness in the movement. This isn't like doing an aerobic workout. It's not really like yoga. So we're not stretching or trying or striving. We're gently moving the body so that the energy can move through these meridians. So the heart meridian runs from the little finger to the chest on both sides. We take a nice breath in, we move through the body, breathing out the other side. All the while feeling your feet firmly on the earth. Sensing into the feel of your body. Do one more with this hand, and then we'll change hands. Okay, so just changing the other hand onto the heart, and again the other hand palm forward, leading with the little finger. Making these big circles, bringing energy into the heart. Maybe bringing some gratitude for the heart. Breathing in as we lift, breathing out as we come down. One more. And then coming back to the center. And we lift the hands, the palms facing up, and we become weightlifters for a moment. So we sink as we breathe in. Imagine we've got a couple of bags of flour in our hands, and we're pushing up as we breathe out. And then we breathe in, Soften and relax. Breathe out, just like weightlifters do. And we're pushing these imaginary bags of flowers above the head. And this is the small intestine. So saying hello to our small intestine this morning. Again, bringing this sense of softness, flow, and gentleness, keeping the body relaxed. And one more. And then imagine that we're holding our bubble and we're bringing it down. And we're turning on the diagonal again. So we're still holding it. We dip our fingers and lift a bucket of water and we're pouring it down the back of the body. Breathing in as we lift, breathing out down behind us. Softness. So the bladder meridian runs down the back of the body. So we're saying hello to the bladder. It runs down the back of the body in 2 channels and down the legs. Let's do one more this side and then we'll shuffle over to the other side. Turning, again, lifting that bucket of water. And imagine it's pouring down the back of the body. The water can be exactly how you want it to be. It can be warm, soothing, be cold, whatever it is you want. But just imagine this water flowing down. Energy follows focus. We can move energy with our minds through the body. Let's do one more. And coming back to the center. So really root back in again. So the bladder's linked with the kidneys. So we bring the hands out to the side. We bring the fingers, the forearms, the elbows together, and then we go down only as far as is comfortable. We're breathing up, breathing out as we open, breathing in again, breathing out down, only as far as feels okay. So the kidneys, kidney meridian. Kidneys are crucial for our qi. So bringing energy into the kidneys helps move the qi around the body. Kidney qi is very important for us. Breathing in, out, down, in, up, out, open. Let's do 2 more. And maybe focus on our kidneys. A bit of gratitude, appreciation. And then floating the hands down. And we come up just to the chest and push forward very gently, breathing in as if we're scooping water towards us, pushing out, pushing it away. This is the pericardium, which is like a governor, protector for the heart. Breathing in, breathing out. This movement of the wrists where they flop and then we bring them back and then we extend the fingers again. Qi doctors, that help heal people with qi, they do this movement on people that are severely depressed or in a coma because it starts to bring energy back into the body. So I personally feel with this movement that I can feel more energy. I get a sense of this energy body that I have. If you can't feel anything, don't worry. It takes time to kind of sensitize to these other sensations that are happening in your body that we tend not to be aware of until we begin to bring our awareness towards them. Let's do 2 more. And then we open the hands, and then we turn very gently. As we can give ourselves a hug, which is actually supposed to be quite beneficial for us. Or we can just have if we don't want to do that, we can have the hands just a few inches away from the body. And we come up to the other side, taking a nice breath in, breathing out to center. So this is the triple warmer. It's not really an organ, but in Chinese medicine, they feel it's very important because it's governor of our fight, flight, freeze system. So breathing into it, breathing out, and taking notice of how your body is able to just begin to turn. So it turns at the hips, turns through the waist and the rib cage, turns through the shoulders and the head. There's a whole range of movement. There's our skeleton and all the ligaments joining it enable us to turn. So allowing the softness of this turn with the triple warmer. Do 2 more. And back to center. Allowing the hands to drop. We clasp the hands. We step across. This is the only one that's a bit of a stretch. We breathe in, pushing the hands away. And then we turn. So make sure you can really feel your feet on the earth. And then we look down and breathe. So this is the gallbladder, and it runs quite a complicated little route down the sides of the body. And we just unravel ourselves, lower the hands, step back to center, step across to the other side. Again, be careful with this one. Notice not overstretching. So we're looking down underneath the arm to the floor. Feeling the feet on the earth and just feeling that opening down the side of your body. And then coming back gently. And then taking the feet quite wide. Okay, so we come down a little, so taking care here, okay, of any backs and knees. So I think a nice way to do this, 2 ways of doing this one. So we lengthen the leg, we place the hand on the opposite thigh, and then lengthen behind us. We breathe in, breathe out to center, other side, breathe in, breathe out to center, breathing in. So this is the liver meridian. Saying hello to our liver this morning. So one by one, we're giving some appreciation to this body that we have. All the organs that are working that we can't see or necessarily feel, or we can sometimes. And if you want to try, continue doing that, or if you want to try the other one, we come into a bit more of a squat, okay, and we lengthen one arm, and it's like we're rolling and looking to one side, and then we roll back the other way. So we breathe into it, breathe out across. So it's quite a bit more taxing for the thighs. Let's do 2 more. Or you can continue doing the other one. And then back to the center, scoop the tummy in as we come up. Bring the feet back to hip width, and let's do the central once more, just to finish that sequence. Breathing in, breathing out, down, softness. And now let's have a bit of a shake. Take a few little steps around your room, shaking, dancing, making any movement you'd like to make. And coming back to your space. And the next one is taken from the 18 Move Qigong. There are various versions out there that's been going for about 5,000 years. So we're going to do one of them. Okay, so we bring our feet back into this horse riding stance. Helps keep us stable, rooted on the earth. Lengthen the spine, softness in the shoulders. And to begin, just going to raise and lower the chi. So we're imagining that a bubble is pushing our hands up, and then we're pushing it down again as we breathe. So we breathe in up, breathe out down. Just raising and lowering the chi. It's the start of many different sequences. There are so many different traditions and families of Qigong and Tai Chi out there. But many of them start with this, raising and lowering the chi. It's almost as if we're lifting the chi up from the earth, pushing it back down again. And now we bring the fingertips to the heart, and we breathe in and gently open, and breathe out as we bring the hands forward. Breathing in, breathing out, bringing softness to the arms. The hands are leading, shoulders are soft, feet firmly rooted on the air. Breathe in, breathe out. One more. And then we come back and we're holding our imaginary bubble, lifting it overhead. Shoulders are down, not up here, down. And we're holding this big bubble above the head. And we're just going to take it side to side, being very gentle with the body. So we take a nice breath in across and breathe out across. This is painting a rainbow. Feeling the opening in the side of the body. Breathing in one side, being gentle with the body, not going too far. Just enough where you feel a little bit of an opening on the side of the body. Let's do two more sets. And then back above the head. And we allow the hands to just gently float down as we cross the hands in front of each other and then open to part the clouds. And then we change hands. We alternate the hand that goes in front as we come down. So we take a nice breath in as we go up and breathing out down, parting the clouds. Softness in the knees. Feel the connection with the earth through your feet, keeping us grounded. Feel that breath going through the body. And one more. Okay, so we're holding our bubble. And we take it over to one side and we just lift it, not too high, so the shoulders are still down, maybe just as high as the eyes. And then we lower it, turn through the body, and then we lift it the other side. So this movement is called gazing upon a moon. And we breathe in towards us, move through the body, breathe out away. Breathing in, breathing out. Softness in the body, gazing upon me. Noticing how you're feeling. Notice your mind. If your mind wanders off, you can use movement and the feel of the body as a support to help you stay present. Sensing into any sensations you feel in the body. Let's do 2 more sets. And then back to the center. And then we row the boat. So the shoulders are down, the upper arms are down, but all we're doing is moving the forearms and the hands, as if we're scooping water behind us and then pushing the water away to row the boat. And then we come back to holding our bubble. Good old bubble. And we take it over to one side and we rotate it. So if you're facing towards your left, your right hand will be underneath and your left hand will be on top. And all we're going to do is move through the body to take it to the other side. And then we rotate the bubble and take it over to the other side. Breathe in, breathe out, cross, breathing in, nice deep breath, longer out breath. So we take it across to the other side. Bringing attention to the palms of the hands and the fingers, as if we're sensing into this space that we're holding between our hands. Moving through the body, softness. But you could imagine that there's a beam of light coming out of the top hand, soothing the lower hand. Let's do 2 more sets. And then when we get back over to this side, which might be your left, hopefully, we lower the right hand and we lift the left hand. So we've still got the bubble, but we're placing it between the hand and the shoulder. And we push the bubble that pushes the shoulder, and then we change hands. So the movement is still coming through the body. All we're doing is just lifting and lowering the hands. And imagine that we've got a bubble between the hand and the shoulder, that we're pushing the shoulder. And you can imagine that you've got a beam of light coming out of your hand into your shoulder with a sense of it soothing. And the breathing, you breathe in as you change hands, breathe out across. Okay, we'll just do 2 more. Okay, back on the left-hand side, we lift the left hand and the right hand is, it's almost like you're trying to sense the magnetic field of the earth. And then we just do a single hand pushing through the body. And we bring it back and push across the body. Breathing in. So it's not in a straight line, it's in a curve. The arm is curved and soft, the shoulders down, we're breathing in. Imagine we've got that bubble on our hand, we're bringing it back And then we're pushing it across the body. Let's do 2 more. And then when we get to here, we lift the other hand and we turn the feet on the diagonal. Make sure you're steady. And remember our bucket of water. So we're doing that again, flowing it down the back of the body. So this is lifting the ocean to the moon in this sequence. As you're lifting the ocean and pouring it down the back of your body. Maybe warm waters. And then on the next one, as you come up, we just bring the hands back to the chest. You've done this before as well. And we push away, pushing the ocean away. So what you can do now is begin to bring the feet into it if you want. So we lift the heel and then we lift the toes. Lift the heel, lift the toes. If you want to. If it doesn't feel steady, then don't do that. Just keep the feet connected to the earth. Breathe in, breathe out, pushing the ocean wave gently. So we're working with the elements as we go through this sequence. So obviously we're working with water, and water is yin energy. So there's yin and yang, which you might have heard of. Yin is soft, gentle, but powerful. And yang is strong and powerful. So water's very yin. Last one. And we bring our fingertips together and then we breathe in and open our dove's wings and then breathe out back. Again, we can still be moving the feet. Breathe in, open dove's wings. Breathing out back. Imagine your arms have turned into wings. So we're working with air. Two more. And then we come back to the center, feeling ourselves grounding. And this time we take the right hand and push it across the body. So we're going to repeat that on the other side. You're breathing in, imagine the bubbles on the hand, softness and curves. Moving through the body, pushing. So the hand actually isn't pushing, it's the body taking the hand across. You're just getting a sense of that. In martial arts, they use the power and movement of the body to deliver a strike or a block. And we're doing exactly the same with the energy here. Last one. And just as before, we turn on the diagonal. We lift the water, lift the ocean to the moon, goes down the back of the body, bringing the feet in if you want to. So as we lift the heel, and as we go down the back of the body, we lift the other toes. Breathing, you feel the breath go into the body. Noticing how it feels. Last one of these. So the next time we bring the hands up and they reach the chest, we just turn back and we're pushing the ocean wave. Three more. And then we bring the fingertips together, opening our dove's wings. Breathe in. Imagine you're a bird soaring through the sky, what that would feel like. So these movements are very yin, soft, gentle. And then on this last one, we come back to the center. Okay. So this one, we're stretching the silk. So we're still moving through the body. The arm is in a curve. And then it's as if we're just bringing a very small fist, very gently, as if we're holding a bird. And we bring that back to the waist as the other hand goes back out. And then we release the bird. So it's very gentle. And then the other side. So there's softness in the body. Just a very gentle fist. And then we release the bird. And then hold the bird. Moving through the body. This is called stretching the silk. Let's do 2 more. And then bringing both these fists back, and we pause, breathe. And then we're going to just squeeze a little bit tighter, as if we're drawing all the energy that we've created into the body, into the bone marrow. So we squeeze and breathe just for a moment. And then we release back to softness, lifting up as we go into our eagle's wings, just lifting the hands as high as the shoulders, not too high, and softness. We want to come up onto the toes, we can, breathing in, breathing out, down. Breathing in, breathe out, down. Eagle's wings. I think in some traditions this movement's called the flying goose. And then seeing how it feels to bring the hands overhead, allowing them to just touch gently. The eagle's really soaring through the sky now. Nice breath in. Breathe out, down. Feel your body moving through space. Let's do 3 more. Last one. And okay, so the next one's called, this is our last one, called Tai Chi walking. So bring the weight into the left leg, left foot. So we free the right leg. And we're going to tap 3 times with the toes. And at the same time, we're going to bounce a ball. So we go 1, 2, 3, and then we step to the other side. Really feel that right foot filling up with your weight. And then you do it again. 1, 2, 3, and step across. It's a bit like patting your head and rubbing your tummy. This one. Step across. That really helps us with our balance and coordination, especially as we get older. We get older like me. Step. 1, 2, 3, and step. 1, 2, 3, and step. This time, see if you can do a couple without touching the floor with your toes. If you have to touch your toes down, it's okay. But just see if you can do 1 or 2 without. And let's do another step like that. 1, 2, 3, and step. Last one. 1, 2, 3, and step. Root in. Gather in. Nice big breath. Breathe in, breathing out, pushing it down. gather in, pushing down. One more. Nice big breath, pushing down. And holding, shoulders are soft. We're just holding this energy we've created in our hands. It's all around the body. Breathing in, breathing out. Noticing how we feel right now, in this moment. Rooted, supported by the earth, surrounded by space. Holding space. Feeling space. Noticing how you're feeling in this moment. And to close, rub the hands together so they're nice and warm. And it's a bit like applying a soothing balm to the body as we give it a little chi massage. Rubbing in all the chi that we've created so it benefits the body. Kidneys, the head, the face, anywhere and everywhere. And then when we've rubbed it into the body, given ourselves a massage, just take little cupped hands or just a very gentle fist, and we start to just tap over the body. Shoulders, across the chest, down the arms, inside, outside, all the way down through the belly, gently, of course, around the hips, kidneys, down the backs of the legs, down the fronts of the legs, down the sides of the legs, the insides of the legs. Tap very gently on the face with the fingers, the head. Smoothing the face, the fingers. And then we come back, feet hip width apart, gather in, nice breath. Breathe out, pushing it down. 2 more. This brings the energy into the body, away from the head. And then we make a moon out of our right hand and a sun out of our left. That's yin and yang. We bring them together. We take a nice breath in, and then we breathe out and let it go. So, make yourselves comfy. We're going to do a sitting, or you can lie down. Might be nice to lie down for this practice. Be a body scan type thing. Yeah, I'll answer that. Is it Joe? Okay, so maybe lying down, making yourself nice and comfy, or you can sit. Okay. So I'll just take me a minute to get back over there. So I hope you're all okay after that movement practice. So they can either be sitting or lying down for this. So taking a moment to notice where you've placed your body. Bringing in awareness to where your body meets the earth and all those contact points. Exploring the edge of where your body ends and the ground beneath you begins. Noticing what sensations of pressure feel. And then noticing all the parts of your body that are surrounded by space. And exploring the edge of where your body ends and space begins. Becoming aware of the feel of the whole body. The whole body. The whole body from the crown of the head all the way down to the soles of the feet. And becoming aware of the feel of your whole body, all the way from the whole of the front of your body through to the whole of your back of your body. And then bringing an awareness deep inside your body, becoming aware of the feel of your body from inside your body all the way to the outside, and that envelope of skin surrounding your body. And then noticing your breathing. Noticing how your breathing feels. Noticing how breathing moves your body and where. And just for the next few breaths, imagining that you're pushing the breath all the way from the tailbone, up the spine, around the head, and then breathing out down the front of the body. So breathing in as if we're moving the breath up the spine in this circle, and it goes down the front of the body as we breathe out. And then bringing attention back to the breath, natural breath. And as we breathe out, imagine the breath is extending down through the belly, down through the legs and the feet, out to infinity. And then breathing it back in on the same point. And then allowing the breath to go back to its natural rhythm. Feeling your body, breathing in, feeling your body, breathing out. And then bringing an awareness to all around the pelvis, the tailbone, the sitting bones, the front of the pelvis. And bringing some awareness to this space in between the front of the pelvis and the back of the pelvis. And imagining that we're breathing in and out of this space. And that the breath is softening, soothing, and clearing this space. And then moving our awareness to the space between the navel and the back of the waist. Navel and the back of the waist, the space in between. Imagine that we're breathing, circling the air in this space, as if the breath becomes a cleansing vortex that cleans and dusts the space. And then moving our awareness to the feel of the front of the throat and the back of the throat, feeling the connection between these two spaces. And imagine the breath is moving in spirals in this space, as if it's cleansing, clearing, soothing this space with the breath. And then bringing awareness to the space between the eyebrows and the back of the head. Feel the passage that unites these two places and allow a whirlpool of breath to cleanse, soothe, purify as we breathe in and out of this space. And then bringing awareness to the crown of the head. Connecting to space around you. And breathing in and out of this space between the crown of the head and infinite space, as if we're clearing the space around the head with the breath. And then bringing awareness from the crown of the head down through the face and the head, breathing in and out of the face and the head. Moving down as we breathe in and out, the space inside the neck. Moving our awareness down to the chest. Noticing how the chest feels and the upper back as we breathe in and out of this space. Finding the shoulders, breathing in and out of the shoulders. Sensing all around the rib cage, back and front. Breathing in and out of the space in between. Down to the abdomen, feel of the lower back. Breathing in and out of the space in between. Finding the arms, the hands, the fingers. Breathing in and out of the arms, the hands, the fingers. Bringing attention down to the legs and the thighs, through the knees, through the lower legs. Breathing in and out of the legs. And then the feet and the toes, breathing in and out of the feet and the toes. And then expanding our awareness back to the feel of the whole body. The whole body. Breathing in and out of the whole body. The body at rest. Noticing how the body feels in this moment. awareness of our fingers and toes as we begin to move them very gently. Making bigger circles, maybe moving the wrists in circles and the ankles. And then bigger movements as we begin to stretch. And if you're lying down, maybe hugging the knees in. And there's no rush. Bringing yourself gently back in your own time. As we have a half-hour break now, so you could choose to stay there, having a rest. Or like me, coffee might be calling. And at 11, where are we? Yes, 11:15, Choden will be here. And he's going to be doing a practice session, and I'm moving over to Zoom A to talk about and do a practice with compassion. So I may or may not see you there.
Jackie.
Thanks, Jackie.
Is the time to just ask a quick question?
Yeah, turn the recording off. There we go.